Okay, in the anti-conversion drugs, we will move to the next part, final part of the chapter, that is the question answer discussion. So the question which are asked in the previous semester exams, we have to discuss all these questions along with their answers. So the first question, name and give the structure of one drug with following mechanism of action. So this question was asked for 4 marks. So they have given 4 points A, B, C, D. So 1 marks for each one. In that you have to name the drug and you have to give the structure. So in that first, drug that enhances the biosynthesis of GABA. So GABAचा biosynthesis enhance करणारा drug. Okay, so the answer is, what is the answer? Answer is gabapentin. So gabapentin is the drug which is responsible for enhancing the biosynthesis of GABA. So it is also produces GABA, also gabapentin also produces GABA. It is also analog. It is also responsible for the enhancing the biosynthesis of GABA. Okay. Next, drug that inhibit the degradation of GABA. So which drug? GABA transaminase inhibitor, that is vigabatrin. And second drug, valproic acid. So vigabatrin and valproic acid, these are the two drugs which are responsible for the inhibiting the degradation of GABA, vigabatrin and valproic acid. Drug that inhibit the reuptake of GABA, that is the GABA reuptake inhibitor or GABA transporter inhibitor. Tiagabine is the GABA transporter inhibitor or GABA reuptake inhibitor. Okay, got the answers for these three. Drug that bind to the allosteric site of GABA receptor complex. So benzodiazepam drugs, you can write down diazepam and clonazepam. So here you have to write down their structure and their name. Okay, so this is for 4 marks. Next drug, one of the metabolite of carbamazepine is suspected to produce idiosyncratic reaction, that is the aplastic anemia. Draw the structure of metabolite and also provide an alternative drug for this one. Okay, so now carbamazepine, we will go to that carbamazepine, which metabolite causes the idiosyncratic. So this is carbamazepine. So this carbamazepine epoxide, it is a toxic metabolite of carbamazepine which is responsible to produce the anemia, idiosyncratic disorder. So answer is carbamazepine epoxide. You have to write down the structure of carbamazepine epoxide. Similarly, phenytoin is also responsible to produce such type of side effect. Okay, so what is the question? One of the metabolic producers is it's a now that carbamazepine, you have to write down the structure and alternative drug to avoid this. So for alternative drug to avoid this, you can give other than phenytoin and carbamazepine any sodium channel blocker other than phenytoin and carbamazepine, because both the drug shows the idiosyncratic reaction, that is the aplastic anemia, when there is a formation of epoxide. Okay, so other than these two drugs, any drug which is sodium channel blocker, you can write down its name as a alternative drug. Next one, vigabatrin is the suicide inhibitor of enzyme GABA T. What is GABA T? What is the role in the body? Outline the step and explain the mechanism of action of vigabatrin. Okay, so the first part, what is GABA T? So GABA T means GABA transaminase. Its role in the body, it is an enzyme which is responsible for the transamination reaction of GABA. So it is the enzyme responsible for the metabolism or degradation of GABA. Step and explain its mechanism of action. So for that we have to go this reaction, you have to write down. Okay, so how the amine group transfer from GABA to the oxoglutarate, and the drug vigabatrin you have to write down. This is the drug. So instead of GABA you write down vigabatrin. It reacts with the oxoglutarate. So transaminase transfer amine group from vigabatrin to oxoglutarate to form the L-glutamate. इथं हे लिहायचं नाही. Okay, vigabatrin झालं. One of the drug used as anticonvulsant, modulates sodium channel and prevent glutamate release. Draw the structure and give the name. Name the heterocyclic ring which is present in the structure. So glutamate release करणारे drug आहेत, phenytoin आहे, carbamazepine आहे, lamotrigine आहे, along with that valproic acid. So you can write down their structure, you can write down the name and heterocyclic ring which is present in that structure. So phenytoin, lamotrigine, carbamazepine and valproic acid. Next question, give the structure of uride anticonvulsants that binds to voltage gated sodium channel. So sodium channel मधले phenytoin तुम्ही लिहू शकता किंवा हायड्रॉक्साइड डेरिव्हेटिव्हज आहेत, they can bind to the sodium channel. So write down the structure of hydrogen. Example phenytoin you can write down. Next question, depict the classification of anticonvulsant based on MOA. Give the structure of each class, illustrate the metabolism of valproic acid and indicate the metabolism responsible for the toxicity. Okay, you have to write down the metabolism of valproic acid, which metabolite is responsible for the toxic. So hydroxylated products, they are responsible for the toxicity. Classification depending upon MOA तुम्हाला लिहायचं आहे, आणि प्रत्येक क्लासचं ड्रगचं एक्झाम्पल काढायचं, त्याचं स्ट्रक्चर. सोडियम चॅनल ब्लॉकर hydrantoin, example phenytoin, phenytoin's structure. So it was asked for 4 marks, so you have to write down in the detail. Identify the anticonvulsant drug given below and give its mechanism of action. So हे स्ट्रक्चर कुठल्या ड्रगचं आहे? It is vigabatrin. Mechanism of action, GABA T inhibitor. You have to write down in the detail. Next one, name a suicide inhibitor of enzyme GABA T and indicates its use. oxide inhibitor of GABA T, that is GABA transaminase inhibitor. Vigabatrin is the example. You have to give the structure used as an anticonvulsant, anti-seizure as well as anti-epileptic drug. So this fifth question was asked for many times for 4 marks. Discuss the role of GABA modulators as an anticonvulsant drug. Support your answer with suitable example. So GABA modulators मध्ये कुठले येणार? एक GABA रिसेप्टरला बाइंड होणारे बेंझोडायझेपाम, त्यांचा रोल काय आहे, त्यांचं मेकॅनिझम ऑफ ऍक्शन. नेक्स्ट वन GABA ट्रान्स मेटाबॉलिझम करतं, त्याचे ड्रग कुठले आहेत. देन थर्ड वन बायोसिंथेसिस करणारं gabapentin, then prodrug, then reuptake inhibitors. So all these we have to write down as the GABA modulators. Okay, so this is about the chapter, this questions answers of the chapter, that is anti-seizure or anticonvulsant drugs. Now we will go for the next topic, which is small topic. Only 2 drugs are there. They are closely related with the sedative and hypnotics. Okay, so topic is anti-anxiety drugs, or you can say anxiolytic drugs. What is anxiety? So anxiety is the normal process. So for example, students, in the student's life, while going for the exams, you have some fear in your mind. Okay, so that is the normal anxiety facing interviews or doing any work, giving a speech. So like this you feel some kind of fear in your mind. So that is the anxiety. So it is the normal and often healthy emotions. So there is no related with the, you cannot say that means if you have fear for going exam or you giving speech or going for the interview, that means you have anxiety as a disorder, because it is said to be the normal process. Okay, but when person feels regularly the anxiety and with high level, high level means the degree of anxiety is more as compared to the normal person, it might becomes medical disorder and you say it having the anxiety. This is disorder of category of mental health, excessive nervousness, fear, apprehension and worry. It is excessive. So for suppose I am going for interview, I have some fear, anxiety, so it's okay. It is not excessive, so it is normal. So most of the people, 90 to 95% people, they feel such conditions. If you are going to give a speech, you have some kind of fear in your mind. Okay, so that is okay, it is normal. But when the intensity of this fear or intensity of this anxiety is more than the normal person or than the normal anxiety, so it may becomes mental disorder. So it includes nervousness, excessive nervousness, fear, apprehension and worry. So such things, it will lead to the anxiety. So generally the mood in our body is controlled by 3 neurotransmitters: dopamine, norepinephrine and serotonin. So there are these 3 neurotransmitters which is responsible for the maintaining the fine mood or good mood in our body. So when there is a proper presence of these 3 neurotransmitter, person will have a proper mood, so it will not have the anxiety. So which are these three neurotransmitters. So one is dopamine, second one is norepinephrine, third one is serotonin. So these three neurotransmitters, they are responsible to maintain the mood. Okay, understood? So how they are maintaining the mood? So dopamine is responsible for alertness. आपला जो alertness असतो, that alertness is maintained by the neurotransmitter dopamine. Focus, concentration, it is maintained by norepinephrine. And well-being, it is maintained by serotonin. Positivity असेल, okay, it is maintained by serotonin असेल. Focus, concentration, arousal, diligence, it is maintained by norepinephrine. Pleasure, motivation, alertness, it is maintained by dopamine. So all these three is responsible to maintain a stable mood. So any problem either in one of these, it may lead to the formation of anxiety. Okay, so the proper concentration of all these three, it will lead to the well mood, but any changes, it will lead to the what? Anxiety. That is the reason behind anxiety, that is changing any one of these or concentration of any one of these, it leads to the anxiety. Okay, what is the concept of happiness with neurotransmitter? Glutamic acid, it is a mainly chemical. Serotonin, you can say it is a happiness chemical. GABA, calmness. Calmness जो आपला असतो तो मेंटेन करायचं काम कोण करतं? GABA. Pleasure, dopamine. Okay, so all these, they are responsible to maintain a proper mood, that is the happiness in our body. So any changes in these, it will lead to the anxiety. So there are only two drugs given for your syllabus regarding the anti-anxiety drugs, that is the oxazepam and buspirone. Okay, so oxazepam, it is the diazepam derivative, sorry, it is benzodiazepam derivative. It is a short to intermediate acting benzodiazepam. And if you gone through the benzodiazepam and its metabolites, you can find out most of the drugs, they will form oxazepam as a metabolite, as an active metabolite. So this oxazepam as an active metabolite, it is useful in the treatment of anxiety. Why it is short to intermediate acting? It having the hydroxy group at third position. So having hydroxy group at third position, it is polar drug, and having a polarity or having a polar drug, it can undergo phase 1, phase 2 metabolism very easily. Hence, it is said to be a short to intermediate acting drug. It is metabolite of most of the benzodiazepam. Diazepamचा metabolism आहे, temazepamचा आहे. So when it forms such drug, it is a short acting drug. So it is given as the anxiolytic drug. So oxazepam, it is a short acting anxiolytic drug. Okay, its mechanism we have already studied in the sedative and hypnotic drugs. The next drug, buspirone. This is the structure of buspirone. Please go through it. This is the medication used for the treatment of anxiety disorder, mainly generalized anxiety disorder. Okay, so we have seen serotonin is mainly responsible to maintaining the mood of a person. So buspirone is a serotonin agonist. It increases the concentration, or it increases the binding to the receptor, that is the serotonin. You can say 5-hydroxytryptophan. So it having the high affinity, hence it can bind to the receptor and it is responsible to maintain the mood. Okay, it is partial agonist of 5-HT1A, which are inhibitory atoreceptor or postsynaptic 5-HT1A. Okay, so this is about the anxiolytic drugs. You have to say only there are two drugs: oxazepam, which is the benzodiazepam derivatives. Second one, anxiolytic drug, that is the buspirone. This buspirone drug is the serotonin agonist drug or 5-hydroxytryptophan receptor agonist. Okay, so this is about the small subunit, that is the anxiolytic drugs.